Estamos de volta aqui diretamente de Miami, estamos numa área chamada Key Biscayne. É uma cidade, mas é como se fosse um bairro no Brasil. E bom, aqui ao meu lado Charles, ele vai nos falar sobre essa unidade, sobre esse apartamento. O que nós temos aqui, Charles?
Well, right here we have an example of a typical apartment in Key Biscayne. This will be an example of a 2-bedroom apartment, which you can see in my background behind me. You can see a beautiful view of the ocean. And this is extremely attractive for a lot of people who are coming, this, for example, is from South America. So a lot of people who come from South America, so they can enjoy the place on vacation. In the case of this unit in particular, though, it's a unit that I manage for one of my important clients in South America. And we just got this thing rented on an annual basis. This apartment rented on an annual basis. So
what is the price for this?
Prices like this for rent, they go between $2,100, $2,200 per month. In other words, $2,200 per month. Okay. For sale, these kind of units, back in the peak of the market or the highest part of the market, going back to 2007, we were talking about more or less $1 million to $1 million, 1.2, 900,000 to $1 million to $1 million 3. Right now, realistically speaking, we can probably get around $600,000, $700,000 for this unit.
Fascinante que a localização daqui dá para ver o mar nas nossas costas e o centro de Miami dá para ver daqui também, e é uma unidade que antes custava $1 milhão e agora você compra 600 mil.
600, 700 mil. Depende de los updates, depending on the updates, depending of course to the views. As you can see, these are beautiful views of the beach. So this is probably one of the most exclusive communities there is to offer in Key Biscayne. So and it obviously attracts a lot of people from Brazil and South America and European as well.
Charles, for somebody that comes from Brazil and would like to rent a place like this, but doesn't have a co-signer, is there a way that they can do a deposit? It's a way that you can work this around?
Absolutely, there is a way to do this. Since a lot of the people who come here are actually international,
right?
We run into this situation all the time. So what we need to do basically is just get other forms of information such as visas and passport copies, etc., etc. Bank statements, if you do have bank statements from out of seas, is fine. The management companies of the buildings work with other companies who do background checks on the individual, and this way you make sure that the people who does come and live in this building is somebody who would actually going to take care of the unit and somebody who is eligible actually to actually live in this kind of property. So
Charles, it's so pretty here. It's amazing how beautiful this place is. In this unit, the lady rented out with furniture.
This property is interesting though, because originally me representing the owner, and he lives in Colombia. Originally we wanted to rent this place out furnished. However, to expand the market a little more, I offered the property also unfurnished. So what I did was I found out other kinds of clients or customers who came here who were looking for unfurnished properties, and negotiated with them and convinced them to rent out this property furnished, and that way I got him a full year of rent and he did not need to move the furniture out. So
very good. Bom, viver em um apartamento aqui em Miami é um pouco diferente do Brasil, porque existem regras que aos poucos vão sendo criadas e tem que ter sempre um certo jeitinho para adequar. Charles, you're talking about this place being furniture. Is it more expensive? Of course. How much more do you think you can find on the market? All types of options?
There are many options on the market depending. Number one, you have to think first of all how if you want to rent it on a short-term or a long-term basis though. The shorter term you rent out, the more it's going to cost on a monthly basis, because then the property is going to be vacant for a period of time. Then we have to put it back on the market, and then we have to find a way how to offset those costs and try to not lose any money. Rentals vary depending, again, if it's furnished or unfurnished, especially on a short-term basis. The best time on a short-term basis to rent here in Miami is between November and April, which is the actual
winter.
peak, the winter season, where you have a lot of people coming in for the weather, because it's probably one of the most beautiful weather right now in the whole country. So you have a lot of people from Boston, New York, snowbirds coming in, like you mentioned before. They're coming here and renting these properties for 4 months, even 6 months out of the year. So.
Nesse momento, o estado da Flórida é o único estado nos Estados Unidos que não tem caído neve. Então isso atrai bastante gente do norte. Bom, vamos dar uma passeada aqui no apartamento e mostrar mais detalhes dessa visão sensacional. Bom, vamos dar uma volta no apartamento.
Thank you, obrigado.
Panificador Elisa. Há 28 anos em Manaus, a Panificadora Elisa oferece com requinte e qualidade diferentes itens nos serviços de café, pães, confeitaria, doces, salgados e produtos regionais. Se você ainda procura um lugar para almoçar, já encontrou. Abrimos para o almoço todos os dias e no domingo, a partir das 13 horas. Realizamos seu evento com a escolha do melhor buffet. Panificador Elisa. Cardápio variado com sabores requintados. Avenida Humberto Calderaro Filho, Antiga Rua Paraíba, número 20, Andrianópolis, 3236-2869 ou 3642-9377.
A PAD Artefatos de Concreto trabalha no desenvolvimento e produção de pavers, blocos de concreto, meios fios e pisos de qualidade para grandes e pequenas obras. Seguindo as normas da ABNT, com fornecedores certificados, a PAD tem o orgulho de participar do processo avançado de desenvolvimento da cidade e de sua obra. PAD, ideias inovadoras na construção. 9128-5554.
Ricardo Collyer Busines tem o prazer de anunciar a nossa parceria com a cultura inglesa. Ela vai nos oferecer bolsas de estudo para você que está preparando-se para a Copa do Mundo, estar capacitado e apto para falar. É um curso especial, preparatório, se chama Say It e foi elaborado pela editora da cultura inglesa. Acompanhe nos próximos programas como saber mais sobre essa parceria entre Ricardo Collyer Busines e cultura inglesa.